Ngayon pala, Nelson, na yan, no? Tinatawag nating Drug Prevention Month ba? Week.
Control Week.
Drug Prevention Control Week. Ito pala yung taon-taon na ino-observe natin, ano ha?
Ito po ay ino-observe every third week ng November. Tatandaan ko, naka-attend pa ako dito sa ano niyan dati. May mga seminar yan dyan.
Yun nga, ang nanguna dyan yung Dangerous Drugs Board, ano?
Pero Dangerous Drugs, DDB.
Pero
naka-attend pa ako niyan, may seminar sa media noon.
Totoo.
Sa may Los Baños pa ako umattend.
Ganun.
Sa may taas niyan, di ba? Yung
Art Center of the Philippines. Yes. Ako
Ganda
naman, nakarating ako yung Tagaytay ginawa.
Tagaytay. Lagi sa malalamig nila ginagawa yan.
Kasi yung Tagaytay parang may drug rehab center ng NBI dyan eh. Anyway, may makakapanayam tayo si Dean Edmond Michael G. Calleja. Siya po Executive Director, Bridges of Hope, Philippines. Ginoong Calleja, napapanood po kayo sa Net25, napapakinggan po sa Radyo Agila. Live din po kayo sa amin po mga social media account. Ako po si Jen, kasama po si Nelson. Ginoong Calleja, magandang hapon po.
Magandang hapon, Kuya Jen. Magandang hapon, Kuya Nelson.
Ayan, opo. Ang Bridges of Hope Philippines, ano po ito? Sir.
Ang Bridges of Hope Philippines, Kuya Jen, we are the premier drug and alcohol and gambling rehabilitation center in the Philippines. So we are a medical facility. We are accredited by Department of Health. So as a medical facility, syempre, we come up with treatment plans for those in need of treatment for drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and gambling, as well as other addiction-related behaviors.
So pribadong kumpanya po ito na accredited po ng DOH. Tama po kami, sir?
Accredited po kami ng Department of Health.
Opo.
Pero hindi po kami bago, no? We've been fulfilling our mission to the public for more than 10 years. So, we are, in fact, growing very quickly, no? From BF Homes Parañaque to Quezon City to Binangonan, Rizal. Meron na tayo sa Bulacan, sa Tarlac, sa Pampanga, Cebu. Nationwide na po kami.
Ayun. So sa kabuuan po, mga gaano karami ang pasyenteng inaalagaan po natin?
Masasabi ko po, libo-libo na po ang natulungan namin sa mga pasilidad namin. Siyempre, the Filipino public is not aware that there are many options for drug and alcohol treatment sa bansa natin.
Yes po.
Akala nila, ang available lang sa kanila ay yung mga publicly run or LGU run ng mga rehab o kaya yung NBI Rehab Center na nabanggit mo kanina sa programa.
Opo.
They should be aware na there are private medical facilities accredited by the Department of Health of international standard, katulad po ng Bridges of Hope, that are available to the Filipino public. Akala kasi ng mga Pilipino, ang rehab sa Pilipinas, madumi, masikip, pangit ang pagkain. Hindi po yan totoo, no? And we're trying very hard to change that impression.
Tama
Sa
po.
Bridges of Hope po, ang pagkain na kinakain ng aming mga residente, yan din po ang pagkain na kinakain ng aming mga direktor at ng mga doktor. We respect their dignity, no? And we want it to be a therapeutic community. Aircon din po ang mga accommodations so that they can focus on their recovery rather than worrying about masarap ba yung pagkain or sapat ba yung pagkain, ano ba yung environment. We work very hard to make it a therapeutic community para po our patients can succeed in their recovery.
Opo. So, ngayon lagi pinag-uusapan na, malista ako ng konti, Sir Calleja, ang isa hubang drug dependent, ano ba dapat pagtuturing natin dito? Kasi sabi nila, dapat ang turing dyan may sakit. Dyan po sa Bridges of Hope, ano ba ang pagtuturing natin sa mga dependent?
Okay. I like that question kasi ang Filipino psyche, they tend to treat people who are dealing with addiction, may stigma dyan
Opo.
May stigma, So, they have a medical condition. They have this condition called substance use disorder, which is treatable and manageable. So, as a medical condition, Kuya Jen, Kuya Nelson, if you have a headache na hindi nyo na matake, syempre you'll take something to ease your pain. May konting medicine dyan to ease your pain. If you played sports and you broke your leg, nabali yung buto nyo, pupunta
Opo.
kayo sa ospital para ipapakast yan, di ba? So, similarly, if you or a loved one or a family member is struggling with addiction, they can get treatment for that. And sa Bridges of Hope po, we have a medical team to develop a specific treatment plan, individualized per person, to increase our chances of success para they can recover. Whether it's dealing with drugs or alcoholism or gambling or other similar behaviors, no, there is a scientific approach to increase our chances of success so that they can recover.
Gaano po katagal nakaka-recover ang isang naging addict sa droga, Sir Dean?
Gaano katagal ang
Nakaka-recover? Yung
Okay.
bumabalik siya sa
Well,
dati.
the most successful programs are usually 1 year, no? Katulad sa amin, we've gone through many iterations, no? But our technology has shown us that a 1 year program is best because titira sila dun sa amin eh.
Aha.
And we're trying to change their outlook. We're trying to change their self-image. We're trying to improve the way they see themselves. And we're trying to help them rediscover kung ano yung importante sa kanila. You have to understand, when a person is suffering from substance use disorder, wala nang importante sa kanila kundi yung next hit nila ng droga or yung next inom nila ng alak or yung next session nila ng pagsusugal. Yun lang ang pinaka-importante sa kanila, no? Nakakalimutan na nila ang pamilya nila, ang trabaho nila. They're not able to fulfill their responsibilities to their family. They're not able to fulfill their responsibilities sa trabaho nila. Because nga, yung addiction nila ang pinaka-importante eh. So, we have to help them rediscover what's important to them. Is it their family? Is it their children? Is it providing for their children? We help them rediscover their values para yun ang mangingibabaw more than their addiction, no? A person kasi, Kuya Nelson, Kuya Jen, a person who is suffering from substance use disorder, katulad ng nasabi ko, yan lang ang iniisip nila. Kumbaga, binabayo sila ng dagat. Breakwater yung kanilang strength of character, pero binabayo sila ng dagat. Hinahampas sila ng alon every minute of every day ng temptation. Because it's so easy for them to get access to drugs in certain areas. It's so easy for them to get access to alcohol. There's a 7-Eleven or there's a convenience store open 24 hours very close to anybody who's looking for alcohol, no? At saka ngayon, yung gambling, it's not just physically, you don't need to be physically present to gamble. Marami ng online options for gambling. So, we have to strengthen their character para they want to stay clean. Even if someone will offer them drinks at a party or illegal substances at a party, they have this strength of character to say no. I have rediscovered what's important to me and I want to stay clean. So of course, developing the strength of character to resist temptation and to maintain their recovery is important. But it's also important to have the support of the family. In the Filipino culture na naman, minsan kasi, pag ang tao ay pumasok sa rehab at natapos niya yung programa at lumabas, minsan nanunumbat pa yung ibang mga kapamilya nila. Diba? Na yung mga parents. That's emotionally damaging, not just to the recovery, but to their desire to recover and to rekindle good relationships with their family members, foremost of which would be their parents and their spouse and their children. No? So, the support of the family, the understanding of the family, we're not expecting them to baby the person who's trying to recover from addiction, no? But we certainly would want them to understand ano yung pinagdadaanan nila. There's temptations left and right, and the support of the family is very important. We don't want them to be babied, no? Lilinawin ko lang, ayaw natin binibaby sila. But we want the family members and the close friends of the recovering patient to understand what they're struggling with so that they can be assisted in their recovery.
Kaya ako dyan, Sir Calleja at saka Nelson, dapat part ng rehabilitation yung member ng pamilya. Kasi yung member ng pamilya, yun ang magpapalakas ng kanyang loob para wag siyang magkaroon ng relapse. Di po ba?
Totoo po yan, Kuya Jen. Alam niyo po, the truth is, when we have a patient and he's staying with us and he's undergoing our program and we are helping him through this process of recovery, we have a regular updates with the family members, the
Opo.
parents, the spouse, the children, and the family may not be aware of it, but they are definitely part of the recovery process. We won't outright tell them, but by guiding them and teaching them and educating them, we are enabling them to be an important pillar in the recovery process of their loved one. Kasama sila sa recovery process talaga.
Tama.
And even they need to have some sort of recovery kasi if a patient finishes their rehab session 1 year in the center, tapos paglabas nila, ganun pa rin yung attitudes and environment na binalikan niya, then it's easy for him to fall back into that pit of addiction. No? Kailangan magbago rin yung attitudes ng mga kasama niya sa labas at magbago rin yung environment niya to help him avoid the negative places, the negative people, and the negative influences that brought him to the point that he needed rehabilitation treatment to begin with. So maraming kailangan magbago para maging successful yung recovery journey.
Tama kayo. Kasi minsan, alam mo, Nelson, ang problema dyan, Sir Calleja, minsan nakaka-6 na buwan pa lang yung drug dependent, tapos dinramahan yung nanay. Nagdrama doon sa nanay. Nanay, ilabas mo na ako, hindi ko na to kaya. Yung nanay naman ngayon, magmamakaawa doon sa director ng rehab center para palabasin na yung kanyang anak. Hindi niya alam, mali yung gagawin ng nanay o sino mang miyembro ng pamilya na hindi tatapusin yung kanyang rehab program. Tama po ba kami, Director?
Tama po kayo dyan. That is, madalas po mangyari yan, ano? The patient gets to appeal to the parents or to the mother. To appeal na parang, labas yun na dito, magaling na ako, hindi na ako ulit, nagbago na ako. O kaya some kind of made-up excuse na parang hindi masarap ang pagkain dito or, you know, that kind of thing, no? So they appeal to the emotions. Usually, the parents, the mother, or somebody else in their family are enablers who entertain their low EQ behavior, no? So now, by allowing them to appeal to the parents to pull them out again, o di, nanalo na naman yung manipulation. They are manipulating their family members para makat short yung rehabilitation program. But there's no benefit to it.
Tama.
Kasi if they go back to their old ways of abusing drugs and alcohol or gambling, it's very upsetting for the family kapag lumala ulit eh. One of the benefits of having a private rehab and you're putting your family, your loved one there for treatment, hindi ka na magtataka kung nasaan sila. You won't wonder who they are with, anong oras sila uuwi, or makakauwi ba sila ng maayos. When they're in a rehab center like Bridges of Hope, you know exactly where they are. You know exactly what they are doing. And if you need any updates, you can call any of our directors or our facilitators para kumustahin yung kalagayan nila. So, there are many more advantages to continuing the program rather than cutting it short and then risking the possibility na babalik naman sa old ways ng pasyente. No?
Ako kasi, director, naniniwala, aywan ko lang kung kaparas tayo ng paniniwala, na ang drug addict is a great manipulator. Kapag ka na-manipulate ka niyan, yari ka. Ikaw ang mapaglalaroan niyan. Anyway, ano ho ba ang ilan sa mga maling opinion tungkol sa drug addiction tsaka rehabilitation, sir?
Okay. Sa Pilipinas, syempre, we're always gonna go with the Philippine example, no? Filipinos tend to look down on people who are suffering from addiction. But we must help them understand, no, Kuya Jen, Kuya Nelson, this is a medical condition. We must help them get the treatment that they need para ma-overcome nila yung problema nila. Let us not add to the stigma that they are already experiencing from their immediate family, sometimes from their friends and their neighbors, and oftentimes also from their co-workers. Na if they know someone has a problem with drugs or alcohol or gambling, the office tends to look down on them rather than helping them. Diba? They will be
Opo.
punished for this, they won't be in line for promotions, or the supervisor will be less patient with them. Kailangan lang pag-uunawa that this is a treatable medical condition, especially in the Philippines in the past 5-10 years. The technology from abroad has been applied locally, the approaches for recovery. So yes, let's understand what they are going through. Let us be patient with them and get them the treatment that they need, whether it's in a public rehab or in a private rehab center.
Opo. Teka lang, naalala ko lang bigla, ang isa sa pinakamahirap na sitwasyon yung isang drug dependent ay kumbinsihin mo na magpa-rehab. Di ko ba? Ano bang mga kaparaanan sa magulang, sa mga kamag-anak, at sa mismong drug dependent para sabihin at makumbinsi natin sila na dumaan sa ganitong treatment ang drug rehab center?
All right. Let's approach this in a certain way. Like I said, it's a medical condition. Let's get them the treatment that they need. But sending someone you love into a rehab environment for treatment, it's a family decision.
Opo.
It is not an individual decision. It is not a decision to be made by one parent or by one sibling. Usually, the family talks about it. The family even visits the center to see kung ano yung itsura nito, para they have this peace of mind na, yes, this will be the right decision. No? It's difficult to force someone to enter rehab. That's why we encourage the family to talk about it themselves, to discuss ano yung options nila. And then, as much as possible, of course, the ideal situation is the family will be the one to bring the patient to the rehab center, whether it's a Bridges of Hope or to other centers across the country. No? Because that way, hindi natin ninoloko yung pasyente, and the family is fully aware of every step that has happened, no? Na sila yung kumausap sa potential patient natin, sila yung nagdala, at sabay silang pumasok sa center, sabay rin silang nagkaroon ng briefing kung ano yung programa, ano yung routine sa loob, ano yung mga pinapayagan at yung mga pinagbabawal sa loob ng center, so that they're all one-minded as to what's gonna happen in the next few months regarding the treatment of their loved one. No? There should be no surprises about what's gonna happen in terms of the treatment process and with the schedule and with the timetable. So, the patient will understand this and the family members will understand this. Sila na lang sana magdala po sa center para po everyone is on the same page.
Ang problema dyan, Sir Dean, paano mo kukumbinsihin yung drug addict as in addict para magpa-rehab? Di ba?
Pumapasok na naman dyan yung manipulative talents nila, no?
Yes.
Kasi syempre, Kuya Jen, when you're talking to them about their problem, Tay, kumuha ka na ng
Yung denial syndrome, sir. Ayun ang problema natin dyan.
Yes, they will deny it to the highest heavens na I
Yes.
don't have a problem. I don't need treatment. Diba? Or tinatapon nyo lang ako dyan. So, of course, it will be a difficult situation. No? It's a very difficult conversation. And the denials will be there, the manipulation will be there. But like you mentioned earlier, kasama ang pamilya sa treatment
Opo.
So, the family and the potential patient has to go through this difficult conversation together. They have to go through it together. Para in the recovery process, talagang they're all on the same bus. Kumbaga,
Opo.
they'll support one another.
Sir Dean, nako, marami pong salamat sir. Sana'y magtagumpay tayo at marami pa tayo mga drug dependent na mailigtas sa napakatinding problemang ito. Magandang hapon po sa inyo.
Salamat po, Kuya Jen, Kuya Nelson. Salamat.
Kaibigan, si Ginoong Dean Edmond Michael G. Calleja, siya po Executive Director ng Bridges of Hope, Philippines. Ayan. Yun ang problema doon, Nelson, para makumbinsi mo yung isang drug dependent para siya ay magpa-rehab.
Yung mismo. Oo,
Yung mismong addict.
Halos lahat naman ng problema, ang solusyon nandun sa tao mismo. No?
Yun na nga.
Oo, kaya kung hindi ka mag-i-initiate na solusyonan mo yung problema mong yan,
Oo.
wala makakatulong sa'yo. Hindi ba?
Pero dapat ang unang mag-decide dyan, Nelson, yung pamilya. Ipaparehab ko na itong kamag-anak ko, yung anak ko na gumagamit ng bawal na gamot. Kasi pagka hindi sila nag-decide, ano yung addict, matalino yan, Nason. Oo. Tagal ko nagprograma para dyan eh.
Okay sana kung ganyan na sitwasyon dyan.
Oo.
Eh, paano kung yung mismong magulang ang addict, di ba?
Yun, isa pang problema
Kasi siya
yun.
magde-decide sa pamilya. Bakit ako magpaparehab?
Oo.
Di ba? Yun
At
ang-
saka ayaw niyang tanggapin na siya'y
Ayaw.
addict.
Oo.
Denial syndrome yan.
Sabi niya, hindi naman ako addict. Gumagamit lang ako. Kasi wala eh. Oo.
Panghanap buhay ko lang ito para maahon tayo sa
Para hindi
mahirap.
ako makatulog. Halimbawa,
Oo
di ba?
nga, oo. Ay, nako. At saka yung ang isa pa sa matindi dyan, yung relapse. Yun bang, well, sana, ang mga drug rehab center na natin kasing gagaling nitong mga nakapanayam natin, para nang sa ganun, ay huwag na pong paulit-ulit na pabalik-balik sa mga drug rehab center. Pero wala kasi talagang ibang kaparaanan. Kung sa isang tao may sakit na pagka ikaw ay nabalian, doon ka sa orthopedic. Pag may sakit ka sa puso, heart center. Pag may sakit ka sa kidney, National Kidney Institute. Pag may sakit ka at ang problema mo ay addiction, drug rehab center po talaga ang makakatugon dyan. Anyway, magbabalik pa po ang Sa Ganang Mamamayan.